Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to this week's Quick Pick video. This week's Quick Pick is Visa. Now, Visa is a big name, and it's actually right now coming off really a good reversal in trend. If you look at a chart, you notice that at the early part of the year, sort of like February through maybe June, the stock wasn't really going anywhere. And then starting in sort of June through July, we've seen a big pickup. Now, the reason for this is that there's been real worries about payment volume, potential recession, margins had been coming down, and then the second quarter came out. And Visa showed a 13% increase in net revenue, a 9% increase in payment volume, and very importantly, margins, which had been a question, came back and coming in at 67.5% in this quarter, up from 66.91% in the first quarter. And all of that means, I think, that we're looking at a company that's so embedded in the economy that it can actually outperform the economy. And I recently saw a story that sort of, to me, encapsulates the kind of company that you want to own, even if you don't necessarily like, in this kind of environment. It's a story about Visa's war on bodegas. Bodegas are sort of corner stores here in New York. A lot of small merchants have been, because they're struggling, they've been adding surcharges to their purchases if you use a credit card. Visa doesn't like this because they think it encourages people to use cash, and they don't want you to use cash. And so they have recently, in fact, lowered as far as they're concerned, permissible surcharge the store can add for using a card from 4% to 3%. And they have started sending around inspectors to verify that companies are not violating this. And you might say, well, this is really high-handed. Isn't that what governments do? There's no law. In fact, in one of the wackier Supreme Court decisions, and there have been a lot of wacky Supreme Court decisions, not just the current court, but over time, back in 2017, the Supreme Court decided that laws that regulated how much surcharge a store could add to a credit card bill were unconstitutional because they were infringement on your First Amendment rights of free speech. Now, how you go from a credit card surcharge to free speech, I don't understand, but hey, I'm just a humble peasant plowing my field. I don't know. Anyway, so Visa clearly has the market clout to do this kind of stuff, to put pressure on small businesses. Nonetheless, we're looking at about 20% or maybe a little more of small businesses adding surcharges. It's a real battle, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the profit margin, the growth, and the big sort of plus for Visa in recent months has been cross-border credit card payments. As travel has returned, travelers pay more, and that's been a big surge. It wasn't so much in the second quarter, but earlier in the year. So right now, Morningstar calculates that Visa is trading at about a 17% discount to fair value. I would note that the trailing 12-month PE on Visa right now is 30.2, which is, of course, much more than a market multiple. But Visa always trades at a market higher than market multiple. So the 5-year average for Visa is a PE of 35.6. So 30 right now versus 36 long term. You can see why this might be a good time to add Visa to your portfolios. It's in my Jubak Picks portfolio. It's in my long-term portfolio, and I will continue to hold it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you get notification when we do our next one. Subscribing is free. You can also get my free site, jubakpicks.com, which has got the portfolio that's got Visa in it, three portfolios in total, or my paid site, that's jubakam.com, which has got 6 portfolios, and you find links to all those down below. Thanks very much for watching.